Good evening, everyone. Welcome back. Big night for spring sports. We start with a rubber match between North and South, the winner advancing to the sectional semis on Memorial Day. This one just went final not long ago to Decatur Central. We take you Patriots and the Braves on this Wednesday. Patriots take the lead in the first. Braden Dean bloops one into right field for an RBI single. That starts the scoring, and it's North up to a 1-0 lead. Same inning, Briar Goda at the plate, and he is going to split the gap in right center field for an RBI double. North doubles the lead on this play as that one rolls to the wall. It is 2-0 in favor of the Patriots. Here comes Terre Haute South, though. Cameron Hoke going to come up for the Braves, and he smacks one off the wall upcoming for a game-tying two-run double as that one is hit hard. It is 2-2. North and South doing battle again. What else would you expect? The rubber matchup heading to the third inning. North regains the lead. Austin Black hits it deep to right. It drops in for a base knock. One run comes in to score. It is 3-2 as that one just drops in front third in favor of the Patriots. Back and forth we go. Hayden McCord delivers with an RBI double of his own. Nathan Wright's going to slide in safely. Check out the end of this play for the game-tying run. It is 3-3 as he hustles around third and heads home. We are tied up again after 4 innings of play. Patriots take the lead in the 6th. Colton Moore with a huge RBI double. Jonathan Millington scores. Patriots are back on top. Trading blows 4-3 heading to the 7th. Bottom 7, last chance for Terre Haute South. They would deliver in a big way. Matthew Ewing, how about a game-tying RBI single? That makes it 4-4. Free baseball, extra inning baseball. In the 9th, here comes North. Kendall Gregg scores on a wild pitch, and North takes the lead on South 5-4. Then it's Nate Millington with a 2-run single to give the Patriots some cushion. He knocks in 2 more on the pair here, and Terre Haute North beats Terre Haute South 8-4 the final. Patriots keep their season alive. The Brave season has come to an end. Patriots advance in the sectional play on Monday. How about the 3A baseball sectional? Over at Edgewood, West Vigo facing Northview. ISU signee Caden Schrader getting the start for the Knights. He gets a swing and a miss to strike out to end the top of the 3rd inning there. Knights would get on the board in the home half of the inning. Peyton Lear crushing one deep to left center. It is out of here for a 2-run shot. Northview is jacked up. They have a 2-0 lead later in the inning. Schrader helping out his own cause with a deep line drive to left. That one is gone for a solo shot that extends the Knights' lead to 3-0. Top 5. West Vigo not going down without a fight. Brandon Daly lines one into the right center field gap. Jace Noblet scores on the RBI double for the green team. That makes it a 3-1 game. Well, somebody's going to keep their season alive. Later in the inning, Knights cling to a 3-2 lead. Schrader delivers on the mound with a clutch 2 strikeouts to get out of the jam. Northview beats West Vigo 7-4 to the final. They advanced to Thursday's sectional semifinals over at Edgewood. How about regional championship night in girls high school tennis? The Terre Haute South Braves got a big win over Greencastle 4-1 Tuesday. Tonight looking to punch their ticket to semi-state on Saturday down in Jasper. It is South and Brownsburg. Braves pick up their first point of the night in 1 single. As Sarah Rowe gets it done, setting the tone early and often for the Southsiders. She is followed by 3 singles. Asia Irish picks up another win and point for the Braves to make it 2-0 there. Match is clinched by the point from the 1 doubles team of Jessica Calababi and Savannah Simler to make it 3-0 Braves, and that's your regional clincher as Terre Haute South wins another regional championship. 3-2 the final. They are marching on to semi-state in tennis on Saturday. Here's Irish after the big Braves win.
Having these girls always behind me, there's such a strong support system, and I know every single one of them has worked so hard, and I know that in the end, when it really comes down to it, that we can take the moment and make it our own.
Softball sectional championships happening around the valley tonight as well. We take you to Terre Haute North where the Patriots are fresh off a big win against Brownsburg on Tuesday. Tonight, though, North squaring off with Avon for the sectional crown. Patriots strike first in the top of the first as Kylie Walker drives one deep enough to left, tagging and scoring on the sac fly is Maddie Strange. It is 1-0. Patriots have the lead. Bottom of the inning, Avon takes the lead for good. This hit from Jaylee Fansler. That gives the Orioles a 2-1 lead. They beat North in the sectional championship. 10-1 the final. Avon wins another softball sectional crown. 2A softball sectional championship, Sullivan and Mitchell playing at South Knox. First pitch from Kate Ridgway is a strike. She would fire a no-hitter in this one with 10 strikeouts. Bottom of the first, how about Jalen Hobbs helping out putting a charge into this one for a 3-run home run to set the tone. Sullivan leads Mitchell 3-0 after one. Bottom of the 5th, it's Lexi Grindstaff. How about a walk-off base knock, scoring 2 as Sullivan run rules Mitchell. They get the win. 10-0 in 5 innings. The Arrows win their second straight sectional, improved to 25-4 on the season. They will move on to regionals next week as we throw it to the scoreboard. Just wrapped against SIU. They give up 5 in the top of the 11th. Not done. Bottom of the 11th, Parker Stinson 2-run double makes it a 10-9 game. Mike Sears is coming up to the plate as they go ahead. Possible game-winning run with 2 outs, but SIU gets the strikeout on Sears to end it, and the Sycamores start the tourney in a bad way. They lose to SIU in extra innings. This game had an hour 40-minute rain delay. 10-9 the final in 11. ISU will play the loser of Murray and USC tomorrow in an elimination game. We'll keep you posted as the tourney gets underway down in Evansville. Hey, that is a wrap for sports. More news to come right after this.